this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. I hope that you are having a fantastic Sunday. Happy New Year to all of you. I would like to just kind of chat about our sewing plans today. So let me just see how we're doing here. And get our, alrighty. Hello, everybody. Let's see who's here. Hi, Barbara. Nice to see you. Happy New Year to everyone. I am very excited about this year. I think that we have a blank page every New Year, and we can put all the yuck from 2020 behind us and just make this year a better year. You know, it's up to you to make it a good year. In spite of circumstances, you can make the most out of every circumstance. And I know some of them are very sad, and I know that it's hard, and that's why we're here to lift each other up. So welcome to my channel. I hope to make your day a little brighter. I hope that your sewing level will increase just by hanging around the people that are normally in this chat. We have some wonderful people. So welcome. And I will be back to my tutorials and pattern reviews and all that great stuff starting tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a top 9 make 9 tomorrow, and along with a lot of Love Notions videos this week, because the big sale starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. So stay tuned and make sure you check out the sale. Don't buy anything on Love Notions today. I shouldn't probably say that, but keep those purchases in your cart till one more day, and then we'll be 30% off. Hi, Chris. Nice to see you. Hi, Teresa. Glad to be back. What a busy couple days it's been, but I'm happy to say that I got pretty much everything done in time, and we had a fabulous Christmas celebration yesterday. So, the biggest hit were the robes. Let me tell you, the kids loved them. I didn't expect them to love them that much, but all 6 of them had them on by the end of the day, so I think they were a hit. Hi, Joyce. Nice to see you. Hi, Christine. Oh, you're in the Villages. How nice. I heard it's really nice down there. My brother-in-law lives down there, and he posted a picture of himself floating in his pool, which really isn't very nice. But anyway, Happy New Year to you too, Val. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you, Lisa. Hi, Chris. Nice to see you. You know, I'm glad you're here with us today. If it's your first time here, I can't talk today. These ladies and men, we have a couple guys who come into this chat, are so helpful. And if you have any kind of a question, you know, you just throw it out there. I will help you as much as I can. But honestly, we have some people that can answer some questions better than I can in this chat. So especially like if it's about quilting, there are a lot of people who know a lot more about quilting than I do. But if you go to our Facebook group, there is so much help there too. So I just encourage you to jump right in, ask your questions, or just chat about what your sewing plans are going to be. Like I said, you know, I didn't mean to sound, what's the word, blasé about people who are going through a rough time, because certainly 2020 was easy, and for a lot of people it was incredibly sad. But there's a way to find the light in the darkness, and I truly believe that those times happen to make us like in some way it's used later in our lives. And you know, I have a good friend who's going through a really rough time, and she knows who she is if she's listening, and her dad is not doing well, and I pray for her. I know it's a terrible way to start the year, Um, but I also know that she has faith, and I know that she's going to get through it, and I know that we're all going to make 2020 the best year yet. And, you know, we may have even harder things in 2021, 2021. I said 2020. I'm so used to saying that. In 2021, we may even experience harder things than we did in 2020. But you know what? We're going to rise above our circumstance, and we can make it a good year in spite of whatever they can throw at us. So let's see. Happy New Year, Kathy Ann. Glad to see you. So tell me about your sewing plans for 2021. I'm working on my Make 9. First, I looked back at the year, and I'm sorry to say that my Make 9 from 2020 really didn't get done. I shouldn't even do it really, but it's a way to sort of think of what I want to do for the year. As I looked at my Make 9, honestly, I think I made maybe 2 of the things. I made a lot of great things though, so I'm not sorry. But yeah, I didn't do so well sticking to that, but I did make 179 things. So that was pretty eye-opening when I counted everything. And my biggest month to date of how many garments I made was in December. I made 32 projects. So that me for the last week or so, and yeah, 32. So that's a pace that I cannot keep up. But I plan to get faster with my new projector. That isn't up yet, but I was kind of playing around with it before I got online to see how I can connect my iPad to it and all that fun stuff. So anyway, tell me what you're excited about for 2021, and also, you know, throw those sewing questions out there or shares that you have, and let's chat. Okay, let's see. Hi, Sadie. Nice to see you. Hi, Heidi. Oh, I missed all you guys last week. I should have told you right from the get-go that I probably wouldn't do last Sunday because because we didn't celebrate Christmas till yesterday, and I had all that stuff to do for the December 25th, and then I just like powered through last week. I mean, I made so many things in one week, it isn't even funny. All I did was eat and sew. So, because I had, you know, before that I had the Christmas Eve service to do and all that stuff. So once that was lifted off of me, I just like went to town, and I was very busy. But I did get it done. Well, only one thing I didn't get done is a cardigan for my daughter-in-law, which is not really for Christmas. It was for her birthday, which is real close to Christmas. So I just showed her the fabric, and I will make it probably tomorrow. So no problem there. And the kids, you know, they just loved everything. So I'm thrilled. Sadie just finished 2 pairs of Zen pants. Yes, you do need to take photos. I have not tried that pattern yet. Maybe I need to. Remind me, Sadie, who puts out that pattern, because I don't remember. Hi, Tony. Nice to see you. I think this year is going to be as weird as last, at least until June. Scary, yeah, but I don't know. There's been some good things that have come out of the quarantine too. It's scary in that we don't want anyone to get sick. But, you know, my husband and I, part of a thing we were listening to was to write down the things you were thankful for the year. And I was surprised at how many things that I was thankful for that were directly related to the quarantine. So more time together. You know, of course, that's because he lost his job, but which is a bad thing. But you know, you have to like take the good with the bad, I guess, and it will turn around. I believe it will. We will get back to whatever normal is going to be, and we'll make it. We'll all make it. We're gonna survive all of this, you guys. So I think 2021 has a lot of promise. The vaccine's out there, And in the meantime, we can stay home and sew. So let's see. Hi, Mercedes. Hi, Creative Grammy. Aloha haole makihiki. Makihiki hu. Okay. Hope I said that right. Thank you for that. I wish you could pronounce it because I know I botched it. Yeah, you're probably right. It will be weird at least until June. We're supposed to go, that trip that got canceled last year to Mexico, that I had all the Mexico plans, sewing plans, and we sewed right up until we were gonna leave, and I had that whole vacation wardrobe capsule, and we were supposed to leave on March 14th. So that was a Saturday, and Thursday is when all the lockdown started, and we ended up not going. So we were able to recoup our plane fare and one of the weeks at the resort. So we're going in May. So I hope we can go. I'd like to get the vaccine before then, if possible, but I really don't want to be one of the first ones. You know what I mean? So, but I think it would be really good if we could have that before we go, and then we wouldn't have to worry quite so much about flying and all those things. Hi, Barbara. I'm jealous that you're in San Antonio. It's good to see you. Tony says she did finish a dress, the Cashmere Rivermont. Proud of it. It's a good fit with lots of darts, which I had not done before. Oh, that's cool. Did you take a picture? Maybe you can post it for us on our Facebook group so we can all see. I have not made that dress, but that looks like a really good one. Cashmere patterns are, I've only ever made one, I'm going to admit, and I don't know why, because it was great. I just probably need to branch out into that a little more, but I made the Webster tank, and I love it. I just love it. So, do you hear that Cleveland scored? If you haven't been in my chats before on Sunday afternoons, my neighbor has a cowbell, and they sit outside and they ring it every time Cleveland scores, which is really grating on my husband downstairs since he's a Steelers fan today. The picture looks fuzzy. Ooh, mine does too. Hang on, let me see what I can do about that. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's not fuzzy on the camera. It's pixely, I think. Might be an internet connection thing. Let me make sure I'm on the right network. Yeah. Go. Let's see. That improves it a little bit. I don't know if that made it any better. Yeah, it's pixely is what it is. I'm not sure why. It could be my upload. It could be... I'm not sure why. Could be my internet. I hope you can hear me though. Oh good, Tony put a pic on the group page. Okay. Oh, it is better right now. All right. Well, I hope it stays okay. Usually that does not happen. I'm not sure why. It probably was an internet connection thing. Oh, Teresa wants to learn more about fit. Me too. That's been my focus for a while, and I have not carried through this last couple months, so I need to do that. I'm going to start my octave coat, and I'm going to do a muslin with a fleece, I think, just so that I can make sure it fits before I cut into my really expensive wool that I bought. It wasn't expensive for me, but it was on sale for like 80% off. So it was just reasonable, reachable for me when I bought it, but the value of it is quite expensive. So I don't want to cut into it till I know for sure the fit on the octave for me. So I'm going to make one out of fleece just to see how the fit is. So I said I would do some sharing about the fit and the steps. I don't know if I can do a sew along as of yet, but I will do my best to share as much as I can. Reason being, I need to see if they're okay with that at Love Notions. So just if they're okay with me doing a sew along, then I will. Companies that have their own sew alongs, and since I'm an ambassador, I actually do some of that kind of stuff for them, but I just need to make sure that they're okay with me doing it on my channel. I think they would be fine, but we'll see. Let's see. I'm glad it looks better. Yeah, it's better for me too. I hadn't noticed that it was fuzzy. I'm sorry. I think it might have been the internet connection. Hi Dot. All's well here. I hope all's well for everybody else. Yeah, 2021. I want to, well, number one on my list is that octave coat. Number two is going to be, I need to make dust covers for my machines. I have, that haven't had this one that long, and it does not have, it has a big honking cover that I just don't put on and pick on and off every day. And that's not good because I noticed some dust getting on it and stuff. So I need to make just some simple dust covers for this and for my new Serger. And I did that with my machines when I first did my room, and they don't fit these machines. So I need to make new ones. And my projector's going to get set up soon. And I just have a lot of exciting things that I want to tackle this year. To help you all, we had the pants fitting series, and I want to help you all with pants. I see that as being the number one thing people want to know is how to fit pants. So even though I did that pant fitting thing, I think we could take it even another step and do maybe answer some individual questions, maybe in the chats or something like that. Or featuring, I'm not sure how we're going to do it yet, but I've got some ideas, and I want to help people with that because I can see that's a big concern that people have. They really want to make good pants, and I really feel like I've gotten to the place where I know my body well enough to do that. So I'd love to help with that. Libby, I do not use a pattern for dust covers. I just, I'll take a measurement of the bottom, and then I will take some tracing paper and hold it up on the side and sort of trace the outline of this and the width of this. Same over here. And then I will just add seam allowances to that and make it. This will be like one piece here and then with on the side. So that's how I do that. And similar thing for the Serger. I just trace sort of the slope and the outline of the machine. And it's going to be considerably bigger than my last one. So, and then the Serger, I do the same. And I did the same for my silhouette when I had it. But now I have a Cricut, so I may make one for the Cricut also. So, tunic dresses. Love Notions patterns for me to look out for in the sale. Lots of them. Tony, I think the trendy tunic would be one. The Terra tunic is another. The Pemberley is a really nice tunic and dress. Of course, Laundry Day Tea is a tunic and dress as well, but that's free pattern, so you don't have to wait for a sale for that. almost any of the tops you can turn into tunics. I think Margot is one that can be like a peplum tunic and then a dress. The Willow, top and dress, that one. There's a lot of them. And I really enjoy the, oh my goodness, they are yelling over. Can you hear that? Oh my goodness, now they're barking. It did go fuzzy again. It's pixely. I don't know that there's really much I can do about that. It's my internet. Oh dear. I can do the fold over elastic tutorial. Sure, Marilyn, I can do that. Stay tuned and I'll put that in an upcoming video. Rhonda says she's kicking her lack of sewing gear. Sojo. Oh, you're kicking your lack of sojoing gear. Finally sorting through the patterns I sent off to be printed. I needed to clean off my cutting table to make 12 skirts for my daughter's school play. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that'll do it. I think cleaning your sewing area is a big way to help your sojo. You should have seen this place yesterday morning. I actually needed to finish the boy dolls that I did. That I turned American Girl dolls, well, not real American Girl dolls, but the cheap knockoffs, into boys and made clothes for them. So I was cutting the hair of the dolls right before everybody got here for the brunch. And so there was red and blonde hair all over the floor, and you know, just vinyl scraps everywhere and fabric scraps everywhere and paper, and the wastebasket was up and over. It was a disaster. So most of this morning I spent just picking up my room. It's not entirely clean still, but I did pick it up a little bit. Oh, I'm so sorry it went fuzzy again. I'm wondering if it's my internet, but if I go and adjust it on the phone, which I'm using my phone as a camera, and if I go up there and I adjust the Wi-Fi, it's most likely going to disconnect, and then it'll be a new chat, and that gets confusing later. So hopefully it'll clear up. Lisa says machine covers sound like fun. A no-brainer project. I need no-brainer. Yes, I do too. I think that's my motto, like right now, because I worked so hard to get so many specific things done for Christmas. I mean, it was a real, like, it was a lot. And the reason I did that was because my husband's not working. So I shopped my stash and made it work. And we spent very little money for Christmas, but we had more gifts than normally. So it was great because between my husband and I, we made everything. He made doll closets that were really cute, and we had a great time, and we bought very little. So it was in a way kind of special. But the very best gift this year I did 7 of them, and my mother-in-law got an adult one, and I made composed robes for all my grandkids, from a size 16 girls down to a 3T. And I gave them all composed robes, and literally they all had them on yesterday. Oh, these are so cozy. And then they said it was like Grammy gave them a hug for Christmas. So that was pretty special. Yeah, I don't think it's anything I have control. So sorry. I think the fuzziness here is just, it's internet goofiness, probably. Sorry, guys. Hi, Cynthia. Nice to see you. Sorry I didn't mention you before. So, what are some issues in sewing you'd like to tackle this year? Besides, I think pants is a big one, but what are some issues, problem issues you'd like to get control of this year? Is it organization? Is it sojo? Is it darts and dresses and bodices? Is it arm fitting or pattern hacking? Or throw them out there, because I'm always looking. These chats are the best way for me to know what you guys want to see in the regular channel. So please put them out there, because I'll use it for my 2021 planning. I did make hoods for my grandkids. I did not do it on my mother-in-law's. As far as the composed robe, she asked whether or not I do hoods. All the kids got a hood. They love robes with hoods, I was told. So, yeah, they were oversized, but cute as can be. I mean, I think they just love to cozy up and sit in front of the TV and watch movies. So, I think they love, and my daughter's kids, they, since they homeschool, sometimes when it's really cold, they'll just sit and do their, in the morning, sit and do their schoolwork, still cozied up. So they'll use them for sure. Oh, my shirt says Waymaker, Miracle Worker, Promise Keeper in the Darkness, my God, that is who you are. It's my favorite worship song. So if you haven't heard it, and if you're into worship music and you haven't, you should go look it up online. It's by Michael W. Smith does a nice version of it. Oh, yeah, me too, Michelle. I love that song. Barbara says, my favorite memories of the year, my mom made hand doll clothes from my old clothes. It was special. Oh, that's awesome. How is the best way to sew a neckline? Can you show an easy demo? What type of neckline, can I ask? Because are you talking about a knit neckline, or are you talking about a faced neckline? Or there's a lot of different ways to do a neckline. So if you could sort of pin that down, I'd be happy to do that. Fit in general, love your recommendations for Love Notions patterns. They seem to fit well. Good. We'll take our Dorothy's daughter, Granny, or not. Aw, thank you, Dot. You're so kind. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Adding pockets to garments that don't have them. That's a good one. Super simple thing to do, too, but I think it's just getting the right shape of the pocket and knowing where to clip it to make it go the right way. Because if you don't do it wrong, you can feel like your hands are going in the wrong direction. And you always want them to be. One of the things I do is just rip it off of another pattern that has pockets and just use that piece, but use one that is good. But we'll go over that. That would be good. How to remove excess fabrics across the upper bust. That's a good one. I'll say I did do one video on the narrow shoulder adjustment, which is basically the way I do that is it is making something that is smaller here and starting with the arm side gets larger. So it might be, if you have a problem with that, you might want to go back and look at that video and see if that would help you. But I can cover it some more too, but just that is one thing that could possibly make a difference with that. How about a V neckline? Mine get a little wonky. Like a knit V neckline, those are fun. And I will definitely show you how to do like the classic T V neckline, something like that. We can do that. Basic round neckline, okay? We can do that. Aw, Lisa, she says, with videos and encouragement, she's finally nailed down knit neckbands. Thank you. Aw, thank you so much. I did do a knit neckband, I couldn't say it in the video and I still can't say it, knit neckline video a while back. Um, we did a sort of a knit focus for a couple weeks, and it's back in probably like summer, or yeah, probably summertime. Um, if you go back through my videos, you'll see quite a few knit ones, and is on knit necklines, and it's pretty like basic, so it should be helpful if you're just doing a scoop neckline or something. Hi Diane, nice to see you. Honestly, these are great suggestions. So I will put these on my list because I am planning for the year. One of the things I would like to do is get the Patreon thing going. One of the things that I've learned is that YouTube is sometimes, what's the word? It's unreliable a little bit as a source of income. I guess I would just say it, because it does not. I had a situation a couple months back where they claimed I clicked on my own ads when I did not, and so they just took, randomly took away, like a third of my payment that month. So after that happened, I really started to get serious about sort of finding something that, something in addition online that would, not that it's going to take away anything from my videos that I do here, but maybe for people who want a little extra, could join Patreon. So that's something I'm working on, but I've been working on it for a long time, you guys, and I know I keep saying it, but I just want to make sure if it's something people are going to subscribe to, I want to make sure it's worth your time, because I don't want it to be, it's got to be worth it. So that's why I've been, because I know for me, if I plunk down an extra $5 a month, I want to get something out of that. So that's what I'm working on. Hi Dee, nice to see you. How to adjust finished garments. What's possible? That's a really good idea. And what can you do if you botched up the fit of something and you want to fix it? That's a good thing. I actually have a good example. I made my daughter a classic tee and put a homeschool mom saying on it, and she did not like the length of it. So it needed to be longer for her taste. So there's not a bunch I could do with that. I offered to put a band on the bottom, but she didn't really think that would look that great, and I kind of agree with her. So I'm going to be just making her a new one, but I did go through the process of thinking, what should I do to fix that? And I could have banded it, and I actually think it would have looked, nice if I put like a wide band and maybe a split at the side with it being a tiny bit longer in the back. But she, she's a daughter. What can I say? Daughters are honest. Oh, Diane, they loved them. They loved it. They loved the robes. Oh, and believe me, I make things that don't fit right all the time. I mean, I not so much anymore, but oh, I have made so many bombs. You just have projects that fail sometimes, and there could be no rhyme or reason. It could be the pattern, it could be the fabric. Many times I think it's the fabric, or it could be operator error too. I've had my share of those. The bottom line is that you just, every one of those is a learning experience. So you just chalk it up and keep going. Eventually you have less of them, but you still have them, even if you've been sewing for over 50 years like me. So Marilyn says, when you do the above bust fitting, could you address the little unsewn dart that forms on some of my tops? I mean, on the side right here. Yeah, that's a It could be a number of things. But yeah, I will talk about that. I'm pretty sure if it's that little fold right here, it kind of depends on which way the fold is pointing. If it is, this is a ready-to-wear t-shirt, so I actually have one on this one. But if it's a fold, an actual fold, that usually shows excess fabric. And if it's a pulling or a drag line, that's usually not enough. So if it's an actual fold over like this right here, which is black and it's fuzzy so you can't see it. This is a, you know, just one of the Gildan t-shirts that you get for, you know, Cricut projects. But I have a fold right here on this one. And basically, I think what's going on is that with this one, I could have used to lower the bust a little bit and lower the arm side a little bit. And obviously I didn't make this one, so, but that's something that could help a little bit. But it just depends on, you know, and then those drag lines, which way are they pointing? Could it be that your apex is maybe a little lower than the pattern? There's a lot of different things, but a lot of times I think just having that arm side hit right where it's supposed to will make a big difference. Dot says, I love the look of a shirt tail out of the bottom, where you cut a shirt off at the bottom and attach it to a knit top. Looks like a layered look. Yeah, that's neat. Actually, both Ellie Mac and Love Notions have patterns like that. Check out the Love Notions Tabitha. It's not one that people talk about a lot, but it has a little shirt tail that comes out, and it's really cute. I have not made that one. Maybe I should make that this week, since we've got the sale going and I could show it to everybody. Hi Brenda, nice to see you. What about a piece of shirting or crepe on the bottom, which makes it look like a shirt over a shirt? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, good idea. That would be excellent. You could attach that as a whole undershirt, or you could just attach it at like a seam down here. I'm trying to remember if the Linden has a band or not. I don't think it does. If it does have a band, you could hook it to the other band. If it doesn't have a band, then you'd probably want to just have almost like a little tank type thing, you know, which could be like just really cheap organza, or not organza because it's not knit, but just some kind of cheap little meshy thing, and then put the fabric you want to stick out then on the bottom of it. That's a really bad way of describing it, but I could probably demonstrate that in a video if you'd like. I'm having the fold issue under the arm to excess fabric. Yep, it is. And so if the arm side's not hitting low enough, it's your excess fabric is really from here to here. So that's why it's folding over there. If the arm side's lowered, see, if I pull this arm side down, that goes away. So I think a lot of times that's what it is. There is a sway back adjustment for knit tops, but I tell you the easiest way to do that is to make one of the tops that have a center back seam, or you could add a center back seam, because when I make the everyday tee from Ellie Mac, it has a nice seam down the back, which creates a beautiful way to make that lay right in the back. So check that pattern out, but also you could add that to any pattern really. If you want it to be more fitted, you could add that quite a bit. Oh, to save the t-shirt. Oh yeah, that's an idea. I don't think she'd like it though, to be honest. She's She's very picky. She's my pickiest customer. I've not made too many things that she's liked actually, but as far as for her, she's very picky about what she wears, and I thought maybe I had landed on it, and she loved it when she opened it, but then it was too short, so maybe I just need to make her one and make it longer. But you know, daughters, I love her. She loves what I make for her children, but she just rarely ever wears what I make her, so everybody's got somebody like that, and I love my daughter. She's wonderful, don't get me wrong, but she's a little bit hard to please when it comes to sewing, and I think it's just because I'm her mom and she can be honest, and I want her to be, so yeah. Hi Brenda, nice to see you. It was so fun, you guys, on Christmas Eve. We only had about, what, 7 of us or so, but we got to see each other's faces. It was really fun. It was short, but it was fun. We'll do that again soon. We had, if you're just joining, you know, if you weren't there before, we had a little Zoom sort of Merry Christmas time for people who are on the Facebook group and in the chats here. And we, on Christmas Eve, we got together on Zoom for a little bit, and we just enjoyed it so much. So we'll do it again. So keep your ear posted for that. It was fun. It was a nice bright light, and what ordinarily is a pretty, would have been a pretty lonely day for a lot of people. For me, we didn't go anywhere on Christmas Eve, so it was, you know, kind of lonely. Hi, Gail. Nice to see you. Oh, Dot, you are so right. And I'm not saying I've never made her anything she loves. But the things that I've made her that she loves the most are cardigans, and I probably should have just stuck to that. But she wanted a shirt with a homeschool mom saying, and I thought, well, I'll make her a classic tee. But she just didn't like it, wasn't long enough. And I have a long torso and short legs. She has long legs and a longer torso. She's not built like me. So I guess I underestimated how long I needed to make it. So I'll add a couple inches to it and make another for her. And I think she'll like it better this time. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I'm sorry, Alberta. I don't know, is anybody having trouble with the sound? The picture is pixelated, and I've tried. I don't think there's anything. It kind of comes and goes, so that it's the internet, and I can't really do anything about it, and my apologies for the fuzzy picture. I don't think I can do anything about it. Leftovers. Do you do doll clothes, Tony? You could do doll clothes with it. You could, if you go on Ellie Mac's site, they have the scrappy tee or hoodie, which has a lot of pieces to it. Those are kind of fun to use up scraps. Also, the 24/7 top would uses up a lot of scraps. Oh, good. Click dots and 720 resolution. So if that helps you at all, you could try that. No dog. Okay, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, you were thinking of a dog shirt. Yes, you could make underwear. That's a great thing to do with it. Also headbands. I made a bunch of headbands for the stockings, and they were, those were great. And I should make myself some because my hair is always falling in my eyes when I sew. So especially when I need a haircut, I always know because this piece keeps falling in my eye. Sure, Michelle, what's your question? Oh, thank you, Sadie, for letting me know that the sound is okay. You have me turned up all the way. Okay. Well, my microphone is on. It must be the internet because, you know, I can see the graph and my sound is up where it should be. So I don't know. Sure. Go ahead. You don't really, okay. Michelle says she's having trouble making the top and bottom threads meet. What am I doing wrong? With a regular sewing machine or a serger? I'd almost have to see what you're doing. So normally it's tension when that doesn't happen. So make sure, first of all, that your bobbin area is clean. I've had things happen when there's something like a piece of dust under the bobbin case. And then make sure that your tension is adjusted for, so if it pulls, so if it's not meeting in the middle, or if it's not meeting at all, that means it's probably not rotating all the way around, which means there's some kind of obstruction probably in your bobbin. But if it's not meeting in the middle, like it's coming, you know, it's one way or the other, then probably it's your tension, and then you'll just have to play with that until you get it right. So it's you know, once you figure it out, it's hard to figure out, but once you figure it out, your machine, you won't probably have to do a whole lot to it, you know, unless you have extreme differences in fabric. So let's see. Yeah, I did do an underwear one, but we can do another one. I did a review on the underwear patterns, I think is what I did, but we can do some more underwear. Cannot replace zipper to button. You want to replace, I'm not sure what you mean. You want to replace you want to put a zipper where a button was? Or you want to like zip up to the button? You're probably going to have to rip out, you know, if you're talking about, this is what I think you're talking about, is like pants where the zipper comes up and there's a button on the waistband. Probably going to have to remove the waistband a little bit to do it right. Unfortunately, to replace a zipper, you really do have to do some ripping in order for it to be done correctly. Yeah, you have an overall, but it has a zipper. I would like to be a button one. The only way you could do it is to add a placket, because when they have the zipper, it's not enough fabric to overlap if you take that zipper out. So what you're going to have to do is create a flap, and then you can put buttonholes in the flap and buttons underneath. Yeah, you probably don't have enough fabric unless you have, like, it's long, you can take some off the hem, or if you have a extra, some kind of cute coordinating fabric, you could do that. But you really can't just replace it, because there's probably not enough to go over it. If it's a lap zipper, maybe, but by the time you rip it out, you're gonna have to rip out the zipper and see what you've got, I think, and you might have to add some fabric. Like a zipper onesie. Yeah. You need to make sure that you've got enough fabric, and then you could do that. Yeah, you could put the flap on the inside, correct, and then it wouldn't matter if it's a little, but if the fabric was coordinating and there was a little flap on the inside, that could even be a little bit cute, you know, to have that peek through a little bit. Yep. Good idea, Joanne. Trying to think on the fly here, but yeah, good idea. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. But you just need to make sure you got an if you have, like, if it's a fly type zipper, um, you might be able to do that by just extending, adding something to the fly facing and doing it that way. But probably you're going to have to add some fabric somewhere. Hi, Jana. Nice to see you too. Oh, thank you, Larissa. Hi, Casey. Can you replace a zipper on a leather jacket? Oh boy. Um, how experienced are you? um, if you have been sewing for a long time, you may be able to. It kind of depends on the leather and on the, the kind of zipper that it is. You'll have to rip it out, and unpicking something out of leather requires a lot of patience, and you're gonna want to, like, you don't really want to pick at the leather on top, so you want to do it from the zipper side and rip, and then you want to make sure you have a Teflon foot so that leather doesn't stick to your presser foot. Let me show you a Teflon foot. No, I've got one in here. Sometimes they're called Ultra Glide. This is a Teflon foot. If hopefully the camera's getting that. Of course it's fuzzy, but it's white and it's like made out of Teflon, and it glides across the leather and things like that. So you would definitely need that. And then you would need to make sure your sewing machine can handle pretty thick leather. And then also make sure you have a leather needle. So you could do it, but you'd have to have a lot of patience. You're going to want to practice on a little bit of scrap leather. Make sure that you can, don't get yourself in a jam with sewing it. So another thing that would be helpful is a hump jumper. I have a couple sizes. I talk about these all the time, but when you're going through something thick, your presser foot, let's say this is the thick fabric, your presser foot's going along, and then it gets something thick and it goes like this. And it can't go forward because there's an obstruction. So what you have to do is level that out. So this is called a hump jumper, and it does just that. So you can put this in either this way to butt up to the thick piece, or this way to hold it down. And you can go through, like, jean, where you get to the seams on jeans where there's this huge, big, thick amount. As long as you have the correct needle and you level that out, almost most sewing machines can go through it. But you definitely need that one with leather, because you're going to run into, especially with a zipper, it's not just one piece of leather. It's going to be like probably 4, because by the time you double it over. So yeah, I would be really make sure you have that stuff, and make sure you have leather needles, because they're very you can't go through leather with anything else. My jeans pattern that is my favorite is probably the Tessa from Seamwork. I really love the way they fit, and it's a pretty simple pattern. I also like the ginger jeans, but I feel like you can't make those with anything but stretch denim, and I like the fact that you can make them out of just regular denim. Denim kind of stretches out anyway, so I made them out of 10-ounce denim, which I think was a little bit too thick, but because they're warm to wear. But you definitely want them a little heftier denim, and the Tessas are great. Seamwork has a really, and they have a curvy fit, which is really nice for those of us who need to use a curvy fit once in a while. Oh, this table is from, where did I get it? Walmart. It's the, I think it's South Shore. This closes in, and it's a really nice table. It has 4 drawers over here, and then this slides out, and there's 2 shelves underneath here. They show this as a laptop shelf, but I actually just use it for my ribbons, and my zippers and elastic are down here, and I do have a laptop right there, and then I use this as another surface. A lot of times I put my iPad with the instructions of the pattern right here so I can see what I'm doing, and yeah, works out really well. Oh, thank you, Casey. I hope it helps. Feel free to email me too if you have any other questions. I know, doesn't it make it easy? Heidi says she finally used a hump jumper to shorten a pair of jeans. Yes, it makes a huge difference. The tests do work with both stretch and non-stretch. It's just that, you know, you'll keep the sizing. Keep in mind that you might need to go, for non-stretch, you might need to go a little larger than stretch, depending on how fitted you want them to be. Why does my thread always come out when I'm done? I'm not sure what you mean. Why does my thread always come out when you're sewing? Oh, on a serger? I'm not really sure what you mean, sweetie. I want to answer your question, but if you can clarify that a little bit. Casey. Oh, good. Thank you. Well, welcome. We have a couple men in our midst, and we enjoy your participation. So join the Facebook group. There's you won't be the only guy there for sure. Hi, Ann. Nice to see you. Happy New Year. The cover stitch I have is the cheapest one you can buy because when I bought mine, I didn't know if I'd use it, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money for something that has basically one purpose. So I bought the Brother 2340 CV, and I actually love it. It was rated, like everybody who has them loves them, even though they're inexpensive. But I love it, and I don't really have any plans to upgrade that anytime soon. I use my cover stitch, but it's a one-purpose machine, and so I don't really see the need to upgrade unless it starts messing up or something. But so far so good. I've had it about a year, so you know, Brenda, I'm just gonna say, read the reviews on all the machines. What I've heard, now I'm a Janome girl. You know, I've always had Janomes. I love Janomes. My other serger was a Janome, and I loved it, but you know, it was hard to thread. But what I've heard is that they have problems with skip stitches on the 1000 and 2000 cover stitch. So just read some reviews and get in like some cover stitch groups and see what you can learn from them, because when I did that, I was very surprised to learn that people were not as happy with the cover stitches as they were with the sewing machines. So heads up. My cover stitch has 4, but I rarely ever use more than 3. Or well, no, it has 3 needles, 1 looper. So yeah, 3 needles, 1 looper. But I basically only use 2 needles. I never use 3. Um, I haven't even cut my first muslin out yet, Anne, so you're way ahead of me. I have the 2340 CV Brother cover stitch. That's the only Brother anything that I own. Um, but it's good. It's real good. I like it. It has not, it's, anytime I've messed up, it's been totally user error, and it's quick to thread, quick to, you know, very easy. I think I paid $400 for it, so a lot less than, actually I got it on sale. It was only like $3 something, so eons cheaper than some of the other ones. But you know, I got it with the thought that in a few years I'd upgrade it if I thought I used it a lot and thought I needed to, but honestly, it's just really good. So I probably won't. Doesn't like have any automatic needle threading or anything. That's the one. All my machines have automatic needle threaders except that one, but it's quick to thread, so it's not a problem. So, well, thank you today. Coming up on 4 o'clock here, and I've got to go cook some dinner and probably get my husband's. You know, he's a Steeler fan, and I'm hearing my neighbor, the Browns fan, across the street, ringing this bell and yelling and everything. And I'm thinking, oh, my husband's down there, and he's not happy because the Steelers are probably losing. So I probably need to go comfort him and make him some dinner. Have a great time today. I hope your Sunday is great. It was wonderful talking with you guys. And do you hear that? Those are not dogs barking. That is my neighbor. One day I said, you know, the girls in my chat can hear you. I don't know if you can hear it today because I know the internet's being goofy, but usually you can hear the cowbell. And I told him, do you know we can hear your cowbell? And he just laughed so hard. And he goes, well, tell them all hi. So it was great seeing you guys online, and we'll talk again soon. Next Sunday, I don't think there's any reason we can't, sometimes I have to cancel if we've got life things happening, but I think we're good for next Sunday, and I will see you then. In the meantime, don't forget the Love Notion sale starts tomorrow. It's 30% off site-wide, so it's a great sale. They do not do very many sales like this, so if you have a wish list, now would be the time to get your wish list out. Also, I will be giving away a pattern this week on Love Notions. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do the giveaway yet, but stay tuned and I will definitely be giving a pattern away. So have a wonderful afternoon and stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. Happy sewing. Oh, I just saw your question, Brenda, before I go. I was just playing with the projector. I don't have it hung up or anything yet because I was still doing Christmas sewing up until yesterday. So as soon as I can get my husband up here to change out my light and put the mount up, then I will be good to go. So yeah, stay tuned on that too. I'm excited about it. I just haven't been able to do anything with it yet. So have a great afternoon, you guys. Take care.